The brave son. In the heart of the dark and mysterious forest, Jabali found himself standing alone, surrounded by towering trees that seemed to whisper ancient secrets. Jabali clutched a small knife in his trembling hand, the only possession he had of his late father. The moonlight filtered through the dense foliage, casting eerie shadows that danced on the forest floor. Suddenly, an ominous sound shattered the silence, jolting Jabali's senses into high alert. His eyes widened as he locked gazes with a formidable adversary, a scorpion, its venomous stinger poised to strike. Adrenaline surged through Jabali's veins, intensifying the thrill of the imminent battle that would test every ounce of his mettle. Earlier that day, a wave of despair had washed over Jabali's heart as the village healer somberly shook her head. "I'm sorry, Jabali. I've exhausted all my knowledge and remedies, but your mother's illness eludes my healing touch," she confessed with a heavy sigh. Jabali's mother let out a soft moan as tears streamed down her cheeks. Her voice trembled as she whispered, "What will become of you, my dear Jabali? Who will care for you?" Jabali's eyes filled with tears as he hugged his mother. "Don't worry, mother. I will find a way to cure you," he promised. Ever since Jabali's father had passed away, a profound sense of responsibility had weighed heavily upon Jabali's young shoulders. He couldn't bear to witness his mother's suffering, and he knew deep within his heart that he had to become the beacon of hope that she desperately needed. Just then, the village healer spoke up. "There is one more thing we can try, Jabali. There is a rare herb that grows deep in the forest. It has the power to cure any illness. But be warned, the forest is dangerous. Many have gone in and never returned," she cautioned. Jabali's heart pounded in his chest. "I will go, healer. Please tell me what I need to do," he said, his voice determined. Jabali's mother looked at him, her eyes wide with fear. "No, Jabali. It's too dangerous. I cannot bear to lose you too," she cried. Jabali took her hand, his eyes shining with tears. "I love you, mother. I cannot bear to see you suffer. I will go and find the herb. I promise to return," he said, before turning to the healer. "Please tell me what I need to do." The healer gave Jabali a small pouch and whispered, "Inside this pouch is a map that will lead you to the herb. But be careful, Jabali. The forest is full of dangers, and there are creatures lurking in the shadows that would like nothing more than to take your life." Jabali nodded. He hugged his mother tightly and said goodbye before setting out on foot towards the forest. As he walked deeper into the forest, the air grew thick with the scent of damp earth and decaying leaves. The trees grew taller and the shadows grew darker. Every sound made Jabali jump, but he pressed on, driven by his love for his mother. Suddenly, Jabali heard a rustling in the bushes. He froze, holding his breath, and watched as a large scorpion emerged from the undergrowth. Its tail was raised high, ready to strike. He knew that scorpions were deadly, and that their sting could kill a person within hours. With a swift motion, Jabali lunged forward, his small knife glinting in the moonlight. The scorpion lunged at him, venom dripping from its fangs, but Jabali's agility and the knowledge bestowed upon him by his father's teachings proved invaluable. He dodged the creature's lethal strikes, his heart pounding with each narrow escape. Gritting his teeth, Jabali struck back with unwavering determination. The scorpion, relentless in its aggression, fought back with fury. Jabali could feel the sting of its venomous tail brushing against his skin, a chilling reminder of the stakes at hand. But he refused to yield. With a final surge of courage, Jabali delivered a decisive blow, piercing the scorpion's defenses and striking a mortal blow. The creature writhed in pain, its formidable presence now diminished. Jabali stood victorious, his chest heaving, a mixture of exhaustion and triumph coursing through his veins. As Jabali pushed deeper into the forest, he encountered more dangers, poisonous snakes and even a swarm of angry bees. But he persevered, using all the knowledge and strength he had to overcome each obstacle. Days blurred together as Jabali faithfully followed the map, until he finally arrived at a vast clearing. In its heart stood a towering tree, its branches adorned with glistening leaves that danced in the sunlight. Jabali knew that this must be the tree that held the herb he sought. He approached the tree and saw that the herb grew high up in the branches, out of his reach. Jabali desperately attempted to scale the towering tree, his hands grasping at the slippery bark. Time and again, he valiantly tried, only to meet failure and crash to the ground with a resounding thud. It seemed as though an invisible barrier thwarted his every effort, denying him access to the precious leaves above. With a heavy heart, Jabali realized that he had failed his mission. He sat down at the base of the tree and wept, his tears soaking into the soil. Suddenly, he felt a small hand on his shoulder. He looked up to see a wise old woman standing beside him, a gentle smile on her face. "Why do you weep, young one?" she asked. Jabali explained his situation, telling her about his mother's illness and his quest for the herb. The old woman listened patiently, and then she said, "I can help you, but you must trust me." Jabali nodded, and the old woman reached into her pocket and pulled out a small, silver flute. She played a haunting melody, and as she did, the tree began to shake and tremble. Jabali watched in amazement as the branches of the tree began to lower, until the herb was within his grasp. He plucked it carefully, and the old woman smiled. "You have done well, young one. You have proven your love and your courage. Take this herb and use it to heal your mother. And remember, love is the greatest healer of all." With those words, the old woman disappeared into the forest. Jabali held the herb tightly, feeling a sense of peace wash over him. The old woman was a formidable guardian of the forest, and protector of the tree itself. Legends whispered that these delicate leaves possessed the power to bring forth both good and evil, and it was said that many had met their fates at the hands of the guardian who protected them. Unbeknownst to him, the very spot where Jabali stood had witnessed the fall of those who dared to trespass upon the guardian's domain, their ambitions met with dire consequences. Jabali returned to the village, and the healer used the herb to brew a powerful potion that cured Jabali's mother of her illness. Jabali's mother looked at him with gratitude and love in her eyes. She had grown weaker in the time he was away. As the days passed, Jabali's mother grew stronger and healthier, and Jabali felt a sense of joy and gratitude every time he looked at her. Many years later, Jabali became the chief of the village, respected by all for his bravery and kindness. But little did Jabali know that his newfound leadership would be tested by the arrival of a mysterious stranger. Join us in unraveling the enigmatic tale of the mysterious stranger, and discover how Jabali navigated this unexpected encounter, shaping the destiny of his village and forging his own legend. Thank you for watching our story, The Brave Son, and we hope you enjoyed it. Would you venture into the deep and dark forest to save your loved one? Share your thoughts with us in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and be part of the tribe. Thank you for watching The Tales of the Savannah. We will see you next time, in the Savannah.